Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson. I'm very happy to have you here with me today. Today's lesson is going to be us covering the split out node in n8n, which is a very useful node. It's not very common. I see it in some workflows here and there, but not a lot of people talk about it. So today we're going to talk about it. But before I start, I just want to port your attention to all of the workflows that I do will be available in this pack. You can download it at a discounted price. You'll find all of the workflows. You can sell them. You can do whatever you want with them. And I have also this beginners course for people who are switching from Make, or for people starting out, or even for advanced users that want to refresh their base knowledge. Okay, I'll leave this link in the description below. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm gonna click on this top right button, create workflow, and we are going to start with a trigger. So a trigger is a way to start the workflow. I'm going to start with the manual. This means it only gets triggered with a button, and I cannot activate it from here. So let's start with a database first. So we're going to go to Google Sheets, and then I'm going to get rows. So I'm going to get my famous contacts sheet here. I'm going to put the ID here, and then I'm going to select the sheet. And if we test this, we should be able to get all of the table that we see here, which is perfect. So we can see here that we have 7 items. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the split. So it's called split out function, the node, sorry. So what this node does basically is pick one item from here and take it out, right? Take one column, for example, take it out and make a separate table out of. So let's try with the name. So let's test with the name. So as you can see here, we have 7 items of only the name. So we only took the name. So what if I want to take other fields as well? We can do that with here. So we can select all other field. This will generate exactly what we have in the past node, so the full table. Or we can do select. So I can take, for example, the email. Right, so now I have a table with only the name and the email, and I can add fields. Okay, so this is basically creating our own table, right? Choosing what we want, picking from this, and moving it to the other side, or with exactly what we want. And if we only want one, as we said, we can only take this one. This is great. But there is also another way to using this. Let me show you the other way. So I'm going to create a new variable called array. So I'm going to choose the array type, and I am going to choose expression. So I'm going to create an array now, just a simple one. So it's going to be A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is a string. I put quotes on that so it knows that it's a string. So if I do dot and I do split and I choose the comma as how to split them. Now as you can see, we have an array with A, B, C, D. So if we test this, we'll see that we have an array with position 1 is 0, position 0 is A, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now we have an array. So as you can see, the array is only one item. And what if we want to take each item and put it in a like a table form, like we could have 7 items, so that we can iterate over that, so we can do changes to that, so we can it's the same way as in Make. You can iterate and you can aggregate. The split out does the same approach. Okay, let's try the split out now. There we go. Now we have the split out here. So what I want is I want to grab the array and put it here. And check out what happens if I click test. Bam. So now we have A, B, C, D. So that's the array that we have, but now we have 4 items. It's not 1. So we just like expanded. We blew up the array from 1 item. There was encapsulated inside of the array. We now just made it into a 4 items, like a bundles. Where if you're coming from it, it would be now a collection. Each one would be a collection. Okay, so now we made 4 items out of those, and then now we can go ahead and do continue our workflow based on the 4 items, and we don't need to worry about it being inside of an array. Now it is outside, and we can perform actions on that. Okay, so these are 2 widespread cases of how to use the split out function. I think it's a very, very interesting node. It's the same approach as we did with the iterator in make. It's a good way if you have already a table to choose from, as we did with the first approach. Like make out exactly what we want, pick and choose. And it's good also if you have an array and if you want to split out from that array and make fully fledged bundles or fully fledged items from there, you can do that as well. All right, I hope this lesson was beneficial to you guys. If you did like it, please give it a like below, subscribe for more videos, and do not forget to check out the link in the description below to check out all of the workflows that I have. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.